tools, tips, and advice for Amazon sellers. I am Nate. I will be taking you through today's sourcing. Now, for today, I wanted to dive into tactical arbitrage. Now, you probably either have never heard of tactical arbitrage or you are very familiar with it and sort of fell out of love with it. That's generally what happened. Over the past couple years, they have changed ownerships. And honestly, we haven't really liked them a whole lot. I mostly stopped talking about them. We used to use them a fair bit, but between all of the drama with like how they started throttling data, between how many mismatches I was finding, and then how quickly stuff was tanking, we kind of fell out of love with using tactical arbitrage, and I mostly have completely stopped. Now, we are doing a sourcing camp for Amazon sellers next weekend, and I was considering adding in a portion specific to tactical arbitrage because it has been such a sort of staple tool for Amazon sellers. So I thought, let's give it a try. I'll kind of be working on it over the next week, revamping my skills, relearning some of my old skills, because I used to go in here a lot. So we're going to take you into tactical arbitrage and show you guys some of the new stuff. Not everything, but I'll show you some of what's new. And we'll see if we can find some profitable products for you guys. So let's share my screen here. Let's see. I'll do this, share. All right. And then I'll move my video over here. So this is the tactical arbitrage homepage that we've got right here. Now, one of the new features that I was looking at, I mean, that's mostly why I wanted to do this video, because I was like, oh, hey, that's brand new. I've never seen that before, was actually this quick search option. Now they've revamped their UI. It looks like, I mean, it looks nicer, but I'm not really one to care about UI a whole lot. They've still got all of the regular like product search stuff that I'm used to. And all of this looks the same to me. But the quick search is the new part that I wanted to just kind of briefly show you guys today. So it's my understanding, and I could be wrong. If anyone out there is like a TA expert and you're like, oh, Nate has that completely wrong, that's not at all how that works, please let me know in the comments, because this is fairly new to me. I haven't really been using tactical arbitrage at all for a fair bit. But it's my understanding that this quick search will actually take the cached searches from other users and let you view basically like slightly older data that other people have already run through their scanners. So you can basically pick a store here. So we'll open up this retailer, and then you know what? Sometimes it does this and sometimes it doesn't. There we go. So yeah, if it says nothing found, just exit and go back in. I'm just going to scroll down and let's just pick one of these. How about, I don't know, Guitar Center. Okay. And let's do a gross profit of more than $3. I do wish that there were some more filters in here, because I've come across a couple things where it's like, okay, that obviously should not be added in here. But yeah, we'll give this a shot. Okay, so yeah, it tells us last updated. So this is like the last time. Again, this is my understanding. It's the last time that someone else has run this searched. And tactical arbitrage will sort of cache everyone's public searches. Well, I guess they're not public searches, but they almost sort of are now. I don't know. This is kind of a blessing and a curse. I don't know if I love this or if I hate this. But I think that I'm viewing other people's searches. So when somebody else searched Guitar Center, this was updated 2 hours ago. And I can click there to open it up on Guitar Center. Click here to open it up on Amazon. Let's see if this one is a match. There is some profit here. Let's see, Iron Maiden, the CD, not returnable. It is in stock, free delivery over $25. Okay. Now I am restricted in this, although, yeah. So something that I will watch for, I'm using ASIN Zen, by the way, if you guys looking at this and you're like, well, what the heck is this window? ASIN Zen, fantastic tool. I'll put a link to it in my show notes, but yeah, basically what I look at, if I see that I am restricted, I look to see, are there a significant number of other sellers selling this? And if so, then I know it's relatively easy to either get automatically unrestricted or find 10 units of this and find an invoice for it. So I see that there are 20 sellers that are selling this new. So these aren't even used. There's 20 new offer counts right here from lots of different places. So that tells me it's possible to get ungated in this. So I'm not too worried about that. 13.98 is our buy cost. We'll put that in 13.98. So lots of profit here. It's not the fastest seller. So this is estimating 11 sales per month. And if we turn off all of this, yeah, I think that's relatively accurate. So about like every other day or every 3 days is what I would sort of guesstimate that as. And ASIN Zen is agreeing with me. So yeah, if we start selling this, I could probably pick up 2 or 3 copies of this. And I'm relatively certain that I could get those sales within the next month or two. Another thing that I like to look at, some people will look at like how many new offers there are and be like, oh, there's 20 other people. Like I'm never going to get the buy box. That's not really accurate. What's a better gauge of that is how many people are within the buy box and how much do they have in stock. So if our buy box here is 45, I see this person 42 plus 5, but they only have 1 in stock. 1 in stock, 5 in stock, 1 in stock, and now we're up into the 50s. So we're really only competing with like 4 units, basically, maybe 5 units if I'm doing my math correctly. So there's 5 units within the buy box, and this gets about 10 sales a month. So everyone's going to be out of stock in the next 2 weeks. And actually, the average price is a little bit higher here when Amazon is selling this. So, yeah, I like that. Other people will be like, "Oh, well, Amazon's selling that. That means you can't sell it." No, that's not what that means. Stop listening to people who say that. You don't have to stress if Amazon is selling this. You're gonna make a sale, especially like let's say Amazon is selling this for $52. If you come in here for $45, of course you're gonna make some sales because there's going to be savvy shoppers who don't want to pay more from Amazon. You can see here, Amazon is currently selling it, but this person has the buy box. So if I click to buy it now, I'm not buying it from Amazon, even though Amazon is selling it and they are in stock. So don't stress out about if Amazon is on a listing. As long as it's profitable and it's selling, then you're good to go. Okay. So yeah, I like that. I am going to save this and add it to a buy list. I probably, well, I'm not going to go through all those steps because I'm probably not going to actually buy things that I am showing you on YouTube because I don't want people to reverse stock my storefront based on the things I'm showing you on YouTube. But this would be added to my buy list, and I probably would be looking into how do I get ungated in this brand or whatever this production company. All right. So yeah, I like that. I might even here I'll add it to a collection. We'll create a new collection for YouTube. All right. So yeah, I'd say that's a winner. Let's check out this next one. So far so good. I didn't check this beforehand, guys. Anything like that. So yeah, let me see if you guys have any questions or comments either about tactical arbitrage or just selling on Amazon in general. I'll be on here for a little bit doing some sourcing for you guys. All right, let's check this out. So monthly sales it's pretty slow, but if we're only buying like 1 or 2, I'm not too stressed about that. And the price is very consistent. When Amazon sells it, they sell it for $19.99, which sucks. So this would be a case where it's like, I don't want to compete against Amazon, not because it's Amazon, but it's because they're selling it for $19. And I want to sell it up here for $32 or $43 even it looks like is today's buy box. All right, so there's the Amazon listing. Yeah, that's interesting. It's actually, so this is from like 5 hours ago. They pulled this data. The buy box, something interesting, if you guys didn't know this about the buy box, is the buy box is regional. So I'm here in Orlando, Florida. Let's say that Tactical Arbitrage is pulling a search from, I don't know, maybe their servers are located in like Portland, Oregon, for example. They're going to see a different person in the buy box. So like this sort of like, oh, who has the buy box? Oh, it's $36. Like it is, but it's from that specific pull from that specific location. So I could very well see a different one. Let's see. Here is one that is new plus $4. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I see. This is the lowest FBA offer, which is why it's showing that. There are FBM offers. Um, Now the buy box is suppressed. That means that as a customer, I can't just go in here and click buy it now. I actually have to go in and click see all buying options. It's not a huge deal. It's not a deal breaker. It slightly slows down sales, but it's not something to like be afraid of or to completely avoid. So I see this here. I'm again, I don't know if I've ever sold CDs, so it might just be like the category of CDs that I'm gated in, which should be very easy to get unrestricted in. So I again see plenty of other offers. So I shouldn't run into any issues with IP complaints or anything like that here. Um, yeah, if I can get this for, let's see, 1998, what's my profit looking like? 41% profit, $8. Okay, that's decent. I don't love it. I would say if I can get automatically unrestricted in this, or if this is like for the category of CDs or something like that, or vinyls, and I'm restricted for the category, if I can get that easily and I'm selling other stuff anyways, sure, I'd go for it. But if this is the only product and I'm needing to buy like 10 of them to get ungated in it, then I would be passing on it. But it's decent. It, as far as I can tell, is a hit. And that's, I mean, historically, that was one of the things that I really hated about tactical arbitrage. I felt like I got so many mismatches that I just spent all my time like verifying, is this actually a match? But as far as I can tell, this is a vinyl. Yeah, vinyl. Yeah, vinyl LP. Yeah, so I mean that looks like a match, and it's definitely profitable. So I probably, this would be sort of like my maybe, or if I needed to add a couple more things, like to get free shipping, for example. If I need to get over 25, like okay, sure, I'll add one more thing to get over 25. Or if I'm getting unrestricted in CDs anyways, sure, I might add one of these to my cart. But again, sales are pretty slow, so I would not be buying more than one of these. Okay. All right. Next, this could be interesting. This will be a really high ticket item, and a lot of people don't like high ticket stuff. So that it's almost like a something I look for. I look for things that other people don't want to sell, because then you're going to have less competition, less tanking, less everything. So just right off the bat, I honestly I kind of like that it's high ticket. Yeah, let me dive into this. Oh, we got a couple comments. Let's see. Fishin, thanks for going live. Just subbed. Awesome. Really new to sourcing and Amazon. Sweet, man. Yeah, welcome. I'm gonna try to start doing more of these live videos. Or maybe not live. Some of them will be like I guess production valued production-y. But I am going to be starting to do more YouTube videos again, get back into the hang of things, because I really like just making YouTube videos and showing people how to find stuff on Amazon, because it's like selling on Amazon. I say this all the time. It's very simple. It's a hard business. It's hard work, but it's very simple work. It's a very repeatable path. It's almost like a solved formula. You don't have to go out there and reinvent the wheel or figure out all these crazy things. Like all of the answers are out there if you're willing to kind of hunt for them. It's hard work in the sense like you actually have to go and find the products and source them and all of that stuff. But like how to do all of that, it's very solved. It's a very clear and straightforward path. So as far as sort of like entrepreneurial ventures, selling stuff online is one of the easiest to get into. Very incredibly low barrier to entry. I mean, the failure rate is the same, if not better, than most other entrepreneurial things. So we like it a lot. But yeah, welcome, man. I'm gonna try to be doing more of these. Also, if you guys are interested, we are actually doing a we're calling it sourcing camp. So every couple months, it's about like once a quarter, we get a ton of sellers that all come together and we all just source. So we've got like camp counselors who are all 6 or 7. I think one of them is actually an 8-figure seller now, where they have very large businesses. They've been very successful. They've been doing this for a couple years and doing it well. And they just all get together and they source live on video for us in a bunch of different ways. Cause like I'm just one person. I can show you all the ways that I know how to source, but obviously like everyone has different tricks. There's a million ways to make $1 million on Amazon. I know a couple of the ways because I've made $1 million from Amazon. But I don't know all of the ways, obviously. So we're bringing together a bunch of different people, and they all will sort of bring their own little styles. They'll do their own types of sourcing using their own tools, websites, methods, all of that stuff. Like some people are going to be using tactical arbitrage, like what I'm doing. Some people do it completely manual. I see someone else asking about doing manual sourcing. Actually, a lot of people are just manually sourcing. But it's going to be a super cool event, and it's happening next Saturday and Sunday, so the 9th and the 10th. Yeah, make a video on manually sourcing from the website. Yeah, so that's we'll be doing all sorts of different kinds of videos, both here on our YouTube, but also in sourcing camp. It's gonna be pretty massive. So definitely check that out. All right, let me jump back into the sourcing. Okay, so Earthworks omnidirectional mic. It is in stock 700. All right. Interesting. There's a couple sellers, not a ton. But the this isn't selling at all. All right, pass. What did I look at to see that? Well, I mean, first you can see 0 estimated sales there. So there's warning number 1. And then warning number 2 is historically, this is the sales rank. The sales rank isn't moving at all. When you're looking at a product, you want to see something that has a sales rank that is moving. Since this sales rank is not moving, it probably either hasn't sold at all in the entire year, or maybe it sold one time sometime in here when Amazon stopped tracking the sales rank for whatever reason. But yeah, so this is a hard pass. There's also no reviews on this or anything. So hard pass there, unfortunately. We will keep moving on. All right. Let's see. This one looks like it's on sale, at least as of 10 hours ago. So we will check this out. Whoops, that's out of stock. All right, so that one's gone. This, and that doesn't look like a match. This looks like some kind of bundle, and that's just the individual microphone. So I'm gonna pass there. Pass there. Well, if this is let me check this real fast because it might be like just a picture. Let's see, wireless transmitter with capsule band. And then where is this? Wireless system. Okay, so yeah, that's not quite the same. It doesn't include that little box that we're seeing there. All right, we've got another one, the Madonna vinyl. Let's check this out. So is it in stock? Delivery, free delivery. Okay, so $10. It is in stock. Vinyl 23. There's probably not a whole lot of profit here. Especially, I mean, vinyls are kind of big and clunky. Oh, actually, well, interesting. So this is saying the lowest FBA is 32. Let's see all these buying options. See what I think. So, yeah, you can buy it for 25, but this is FBM, so it's going to take you a little bit. And sometimes customers prefer to buy things direct from Amazon. They prefer the FBA offers. So this is the lowest FBA offer, which is $32.75, what we've got here. All right, that's interesting. So you may be able to get the sales for this. You might have to come down a little bit and try to kind of fight it out with the FBM offers. Amazon tends to give more sales to the FBM people, but again, the buy box is suppressed, so you're not really fighting over a buy box here. And I'm not sure why it's suppressed. Maybe it's suppressed for price. Maybe it's suppressed for something else. I see Amazon is often in stock of this and selling it for $19.99. Oh, that's actually more than what we were buying it for. Right now, for the past 3 months or so, about past 1 month, they've been out of stock. So you could get this. This does feel a little bit more high risk just because if and or when Amazon does come back in stock, they're probably going to list it for $19.99. So if they jump back on, yeah, then we're losing money. So I'll probably pass on that. It's an okay find. I mean, it's a match and all of that, and it did hit all of our criteria. So this isn't, I'm not going to fault Tactical Arbitrage for that. That's a decent find. I'm just going to pass on it. That looks different. 800 into 1,000, not enough profit. 800, not enough. This one is a maybe. Again, real high end, and you need to be ungated in Apple. Let me see if there are other people. Yeah, there's a couple There's a couple sellers, but it's like Adorama and Datavision. So it's like massive electronic sellers. It's unlikely that that you'd be able to sell this. It's also hazmat. It's a dangerous goods, so a little bit difficult to sell. Maybe FBM. On the off chance that you are able to get ungated in this, let's just check. 11-inch M2. Oh, it's 12-inch. All right, so this is a mismatch. All right. Report a little error. Wait, not that one. Where did it go? This one. Report that error. Wrong match. So, yep, it's not perfect, unfortunately. I wish it was. I know they're using some AI now to try to do stuff. I also have, I selected match quality to 80%. It can do 100% where like it is absolutely 100% sure that it should be a match. Whether that's like a UPC match or something, I can change it to that, and then we shouldn't get any mismatches. Yeah, it probably can't because I don't think Guitar Center uses UPCs, so it can't ever do a 100% match. But we'll check it out. Let's see, $8 for one, 32 for four. Not enough profit there. There'd be 140 for two of them. Maybe a little profit here. Let me check it. So if we get two of these, I know this is a 2-pack right here. Patented telelock. Is it a 2-pack? Wait a second. Nothing about this says 2-pack. Quantity 1. Package quantity 1. All right, I'm confused. As a customer, I'm confused. TS70B, TS90B. All right, not quite a match. Sometimes when things are just a little bit off, I will go in and I'll see if I can find the correct match. So we're looking for the TS70B. TS70B, oh, and that's our buy cost right there. That's $70. So pass on that and go on to the next one. Wrong product. Okay, one of those for 10, four of them for 30, not enough profit. That could be profitable, but that does not look the same to me. So just visually, it's not quite a match. Not enough profit there. That looks like a match there. 9 into 20. There might be something there. Let's check this out. And then after this one, I'll pick a different site. If you guys have any website requests that you're like, hey, why don't you check this site real fast? Let me know in the comment sections if there's a specific store that you want me to check out. All right, so we've got the MA130, okay. And then this is for 11 and a half. Okay, everything here is matching up. Yeah, I think this seems like a match. It's in stock, so that's good. $9. Let's try this. Hey, that's some pretty decent profit. All right, now let's check how much it's selling. Not super fast. It's sold, let's say in February, we're going to guesstimate it sold about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 times since February 1st. So not the fastest seller. And yeah, this is agreeing with my guesstimation, which is always nice. So 7 or 8 times per month. I think that's reasonably accurate. So like twice a week. Okay. There's only a couple people selling it, so you're not competing. Let's see, Martin and Co. Yeah, that's not Martin and Co. So it's not like a private label thing. So you're not competing with too many offers. We've got 27 in stock. I don't see in stock. Oh, 11 in stock there. So yeah, not a ton. And you could probably come in and beat them a little bit on price. Let's say you jump on here and you're like, listen, I just bought my 1 or my 2 and I'm trying to sell out fast, get my dollar back and turn it back over. You're still making 53% ROI, $4 profit. I like it. All right. I will add this one to my YouTube list. All right. So we've been on here, what, 15-ish minutes looking at stuff. And this is with me talking through everything. And we've gotten 2 profitable items. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Any website requests that you want me to try to check out here? So again, I'm using tactical arbitrage. It's been a while since I really dove into using TA. So I wanted to give it another shot and see what we found. Maybe I'll check Nike if I don't see any requests. All right, let's do Nike. And you can add in lots of other things. Like I want it to be in stock. Let's say I want the sales rank less than, since it's Nike, this is all going to be clothing. So I'll put something like 300,000 for clothing. Let's see. Gross ROI more than, say, 30%. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's see if anything pops up. All right, we got a couple options here. Okie dokie, Nike socks. Man, we have sold. It's silly how many Nike socks we have sold over the years. I mean, we've been doing this now, I don't know what, like 8 years or so. I mean, I could have bought a Tesla multiple times over with the amount of money that we've made just selling Nike socks. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know why people go online to buy them, but they do. The data doesn't lie. So I can see here this it's estimating 355 sales, which is, yeah, that's reasonably accurate here. All right. Nike Everyday Plus cushioned training crew. Cushioned training crew. Visually, does it have? Oh, visually, it is just a little bit off. So, yeah, I see here on the images, it says dry fit right there on the toes, and these do not say dry fit on the toes. So that one is just barely a mismatch, unfortunately. Wrong product match. Bummer. Okay, 54 into 72. Not going to look that one up. That's a mismatch. Let's check this one. And things like this, where it's like it's trying to match up images or names or things like that. Like that had exactly the same name and almost exactly the same picture. So I can see how like a web scraping thing, even like a virtual assistant or a normal seller, could get that wrong. So that's an easy mistake. I'm not going to fault them for that. All right, so we've got kind of a stripiness underneath the foot and dry fit on the toes with gray. Dry fit on the toes, stripy. This is multicolor. Oh, and it's sold out. Bummer. All right. I'll try like one or two more, and then it looks like we've got a request from Fishin' Lunkers, wants me to check out some fishing websites like Bass Pro Shop. So I'll do that for you, man. Let me check one or two more of these, see if I can find anything profitable for you. Nike is super easy to get unrestricted in. We just did a video about this. There's so many websites you can go to. You can just buy 10 units from Nike themselves and get ungated. Like it's very, very, very simple to get ungated in this. This is sold out again. All right, let's see this. I'm probably going to find a lot of sold out. Product is no longer on sale. Man, lots of these have sold out. 31 into that. Let's check this. I just want something that's not sold out. All right, there we go. Okay. Nope, wait a second. Nope. All right, I'll give it one more chance, and then we'll check Bass Pro Shops for Mr. Fishin'. 57 into 104. That's a maybe. We tend to, I like selling shoes, but they do need to have a little bit higher margin on them. This is good to know right here. Let me talk about that in a second. Shoes do need to have a little bit high margin on them because you do have a much higher return rate on clothing and shoes than you do with other categories. So for us with shoes, we average about 15% return rate. So when I'm kind of looking at my data, I need to have a little bit more profit than usual because I need to account for that sort of, think of it like a 15% loss almost. Now, when we get them returned to us, we can usually just turn it right around and reship it back in and still get a sale, but it's still costing us some in the fees and it's still costing us some in the shipping. So we lose a little bit of money there. All right. So Gianni's Immortality 2. DQ 11943. Double check this. DQ 11943. Okay. good to go there. We have the 6Y and 7Y of this specific color. So let's check the 6 and the 7. So the 6 is 104. Our buy cost is 57.97. But now here's this thing that I wanted to show you guys. Rakuten, if you're doing any sort of online sourcing, you've got to use at least one cashback portal. There are ways to sort of min-max this if you're that kind of person, and there are multiple different online cashback portals. So there's like Rakuten, there's Top Cash, there's Honey. Honey is probably the worst of them, but it's the most consumer friendly, the most well-known. Mr. Beast talks about Honey. Rakuten tends to be the one that I use the most. I would rather keep most of my eggs in the same basket instead of having to like hunt down and make sure everyone gave me all the money that I'm owed. I'd rather just keep it in one spot. So I don't min-max it to like full optimal, whatever you want. I just do it on one. But a great place to start your sourcing is by going to like Rakuten.com and seeing what websites are they running like a triple cashback for. So right now they're doing triple cashback for a bunch of different sporting goods. So like Adidas, Nike, and Under Armour all have this triple cashback. So I'm getting 8% cashback. I will account for this in my calculations as far as like, do I want to buy this and is it going to be good for me? So we're going to take this $57.97. 57.97. Then we're going to multiply this by point. Let's see, it was 8%. So 0.92. That's going to be 8% off. Whoops, I did that wrong. 57.97 multiplied by 0.92. There we go. 53.33 is more of like our actualized price after we account for that cash back. So yeah, 50% ROI, which is pretty much my minimum for shoes. I need at least 50. And I like to have about $20 of profit for most shoes. Things like flip-flops and stuff are different, but for most shoes, I like to have a decent cushion. So yeah, that hits all my criteria. Now, is it selling? Yeah, it's selling. I mean, it's not the fastest seller. It's a kid's shoe, and we're kind of in winter, but as we go into spring and like summer sports and stuff, all of that starts happening, I anticipate that this kind of goes up in sales. Yeah, I think I'd probably buy one of those. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Plus, like there's all these other colors and you can try like the 7Ys. So check out the different colors, check out the other sizes. There's probably even more. We sell a lot of clothing and a lot of shoes, but I generally don't ever buy more than one or two of any specific size color variation unless I have some past historical data of myself that I can base that off of. So I think this is safe enough where I could buy one of these and I'm reasonably confident that I could sell one of this like 6 black, white university kind within the next 2 months or so. So yeah, I like it. All right, let's see. Bass Pro Shop, Sportsman Warehouse, etc. Let's see if they have this. I'll check if they've got Bass Pro Shop for you. So Tactical Arbitrage, they've got lots of different websites, but the quick search doesn't always, it has slightly different results than your regular searches because this is just based off of like cached data from other users' searches in the past, like, I don't know, whatever I have it set to. I think 72 hours, like 3 days. Bass Pro, there we go. All right, let's see if anything pops up. Okay, so that's going to be like a multi-pack slight mismatch. So I'm going to skip that. This one looks interesting. Let's check this out. All right, Fishin, are you still here? Let me know. Let me know if you can find some of these yourself. All right, Afterbite Insect Relief. It is 0.5 ounces. 4-pack. Bummer. But maybe we can find the regular one if we do a little manual searching. Okay. Ooh, nothing. Oh, there we go. Pack of 2, pack of 1. Okay, so what's our buy cost here? $5. I don't think any of these are going to be worthwhile, unfortunately, because our buy cost is going to be 10. And this one, Wait a second. Is this oh, that's why no size and weight data. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, that's gonna be a pass. All right, Garmin something something instinct. Let's check this out. All right, so we've got the standard garden. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Garmin Instinct GPS smart watch. Why is this so much more on Amazon? What? Did we just find ourselves a little unicorn listing? It is selling consistently. Amazon's selling it, but they're selling it for the price that we want. Sometimes they go down to $349, but not right now. Is this? And it's in stock. Free shipping. What? What am I missing? Let's see. Manufacturer model. Let's take this and see if we can find it anywhere on this page. So I'm just going to paste it right here so I can sort of check it. Model 010. Whoops. Why is what? Oh, it's not going. I'll put it here in my web browser. All right. 010. 02. This model is almost the same, but not quite. Instinct 2X solar. I feel like frequently returned item. I feel like this has to be a mismatch. But I don't. Yeah, I think this is like a newer model because the screen looks just a little bit different. Like we've got sort of this little like white this white circle ring around the outside that I don't think yeah, we don't have that same white ring. So yeah, okay. That makes sense. I was about to say that's gonna be a lot of money. I'm gonna turn off this video and delete it and go buy this. All right, let's keep checking. Oh, we've got some questions. Which categories give more consistent, higher ROI in your past data? So, unfortunately, that's not really a. I mean, it's a question that I could answer from my own past data, but that answer won't mean very much to anybody else. Sell whatever is profitable. Find sort of your niches, find your grooves. So for us, for example, we sell a lot of bras. We just happened to go to Kohl's one day. We scanned a couple bras and they were super profitable, and the rest is history. So, like, I mean, we've sold multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars of just bras from Kohl's. Okay. Now, am I going to say, like, oh, yeah, bras have usually the highest ROI and they're the greatest thing to sell? No, not at all. It's just many of them are profitable, and I know where to get them, and I can teach people where to get them. But it's, I don't know, it doesn't really. I don't think it really works like that. There aren't really like more profitable categories than others, because if you think about it, if something is being sold on Amazon, someone somewhere is making money from that sale, or else they wouldn't be trying to sell it on Amazon. So everything can be profitable. Every category could be profitable. Some recommendations are, when you're first starting, go really wide and then see what works for you, and then start doubling down on the stuff that works and start forgetting the stuff that doesn't work. Or depending on what your like real life job or real world experiences are, you may have certain bits of knowledge that other people don't have. So for example, I was, we'll do coaching calls with people sometimes, and I was talking to a coaching student, and he like installs irrigation for backyards. I was like, oh, well, have you ever thought about like looking at selling like those little, I think that's called like Birdies is the brand. It's like the irrigation thing that everyone uses, the little heads that pop up. He's like, oh, I mean, I'm sure that's not profitable. It's like, let's just find out, man. Do you have like a catalog or something from your business where like your suppliers will send you? He's like, oh yeah, let me just check that out. And sure enough, boom, we found some profitable items that like I've never in my life thought about selling ground irrigation sprinkler systems. But so what I'm saying is use some of your real life experiences, maybe your real life job, maybe you do something that there is some crossover where you have some more knowledge about something that can be useful. Obviously, like, I mean, I'm I was not a bra expert prior to selling them. So it's not always the case, but it's a good place to start. All right, let's check the next one. That looks like a match. A little bit more expensive. Which can be good, can be bad. There's probably not going to be as much competition. Ooh, and save that with in club points upon approval in today's order or something. I don't remember exactly how Bass Pro Shop club points work. If it's just like a credit card thing and that's like, okay, that's not really real, or if this is like a Kohl's Cash deal where it's basically like for every 50 that you spend, you get $10 back in club points. If it's like that and our actual buy cost is this could be really good. So we'll run it with both numbers. They've got gray, small and large, and it's in stock. Okay, so gray. We'll start it with a small. 109. Let's see if the large is a different price. The large has a suppressed buy box. Ooh, the large is significantly more expensive. The large is 158. Okay, so we will look at just the large and we'll run it with both of our numbers. So we'll start it with this. Whoops. So if it's just face value, and I'm completely ungated in all of this, I'm not restricted in any way, and probably most of you as well. I don't think Columbia tends to be too hard for newer accounts to have. So you're making 20% profit, $20. Not fantastic. Would I buy this? Probably not at its current form, but it's right there on the cusp. I would prefer something closer to like a 30% ROI. I also want to see historically the price. So 150. I saw it spike up to 200 there for a bit. Sometimes Amazon comes in at 130. Let's pull it out to a year. So last year around this time, it did tank down quite a bit. Probably, I mean, as winter ends, not as many people buy winter coats. But I do want to show you something interesting. So let's look at May, June, July. Okay, and I'm going to turn all of these other things off except for sales rank. Is this sales rank moving? Yeah, it's moving quite a bit. It looks like skyscrapers. It looks like a New York at night or something like that. So what's that mean? That means that this is selling. It's not selling a lot. It's not selling crazy fast, but probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10-ish sales, give or take, for May. Like, that's kind of ridiculous that 10 people bought this big insulated Twin Peak, whatever. Like, that's a lot of people for May. So the data doesn't lie, guys. Estimated monthly sales for this right now, 300. That will be going down, but all in all, it's okay. Now, if it's just this, I would probably pass. If maybe Fishing Lures actually knows the answer to this. I don't know how their club points work. I don't remember the last time I've bought something from Bass Pro Shop. But is this just like regular old free money? Like you put in your little rewards card and you just get $20 of like Bass Pro Shop money that you can use? If that's the case, let's run it with these numbers because I think that makes it pretty good. Yeah, 53% ROI, $40 a profit. That to me, that's oh yeah, all day, every day. I would definitely be buying that. Just the large here. And again, since it's only like one color and size, I probably wouldn't buy, for me personally, like as a large business, I probably wouldn't buy more than 3 of these, just to sort of diversify my risk. As a smaller seller, just go with 1. But I'm pretty confident that you could sell 1 of these in the next month or 2. And even if you can't, like it still continues to sell throughout the year. So yeah, pretty decent. Yeah, I like that. I will add this one. I'll put this in our little YouTube thing to go back to if you guys want to buy any of these things later. All right, let's check it out. I'm still here. Thanks for checking out Bass Pro Shop. This is great info. Yeah, I don't think that was the same watch. Been sourcing locally, manually, and profiting 50 to 300% ROI. Yeah, that's perfect. Um, sourcing locally, planning to move towards Amazon to scale up. Oh, you mean like you're selling stuff locally, like on Facebook Marketplace? Yeah, that's awesome. You're going to get much higher ROIs on any other like Facebook Marketplace, eBay, all that stuff. Like if you're looking at just percentage ROIs per unit, it's almost always going to be higher on those types of places because you can sell stuff that's used. I mean, you can go to a garage sale. Like maybe you find this watch at a garage sale. You can absolutely flip that on eBay or flip that locally, buy this for like $30 at a garage sale and then sell it for like $300 on eBay. So you get that kind of stuff all the time. Amazon is more of I mean, just like what you said, you're looking at Amazon to scale up. Amazon is more like doing things at scale. So let me start exiting some of these windows. So Amazon's more doing things at scale. So like instead of spending all of that time and effort to sell one thing, you can sort of get your systems down and sell 100 things in the same amount of time that it would take you to like list and prep and do all that stuff for just a couple eBay items or Facebook flip items. Especially with Facebook, like there's so much, it's so time intensive with Facebook because you have to meet people and probably at least 50% of the people are no shows. It's kind of a pain to flip stuff there, but I mean, there is good ROI. So I wouldn't be I think a lot of people who come from like the Facebook or eBay flipping worlds, and they look at Amazon, it's like, oh, that ROI is so small. Like I can make so much more. Like, well, those are two different things. Like lower ROI is not the same as making less money. You can make a much lower ROI and make much more money because you could sell. I mean, like the coat's maybe not a great example because you probably don't want to buy like 100 of these coats. But maybe this rifle stock, for example, like you could sell 50 of these probably as opposed to like one or two on Facebook Marketplace. So would you rather sell 50 of them at like 20% ROI or 30% ROI or one of them at 100% ROI? It's like, well, you're probably going to make more money doing the first way. But all right, let's check out. I'll do just a couple more here. That's funny. I saw a product below that I was just talking about the other day to some other people. That's funny that it popped up there in that search. All right. So we've got this optical scope thing. Athlon Optics Talos. BTR Gen 2. BTR Gen 2. 1444. Magnification. 1444. Okay, so that, once we got all that stuff put in, it's no longer profitable. The only way is if it's like the 1x4. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So unfortunately, it's a slight mismatch just because it's matching like the wrong variant of this from Bass Pro Shop. So, all right. Any other websites that you guys want me to check? I might have time for maybe like one more here. Fishing. Absolutely. I prefer more of the higher volume and lower ROI resulting in higher profits automated. Yep. Yeah, that's why we liked Amazon. And I don't have the space and the room. That was the other limiting factor with like eBay and Facebook flips. Like you have to keep all that inventory at your house somewhere. And when we were first starting this, like we were teachers living in a tiny little, I mean, it was like, I don't know, 600 square foot little tiny apartment. I don't have room to be storing all of my inventory in my tiny little I think we were actually third floor apartment. Yeah, that just wasn't happening with eBay. So we had to, if I'm buying a bunch of products, I've got to ship it out my door and it's got to be gone within like a couple days. So, all right, let's try another website. What was one of the other ones that Fishin talked about? Let's see, Sportsman Warehouse. Let's see if they have anything along those lines. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, Sportsman Guide. This is the closest that we're gonna get. Never sourced here. I know nothing about this store. Let's give it a shot. All right. Oh, that's a funny one. Let's check it out. We have sold a lot of food. Food is relatively easy. It's usually pretty straightforward. There's usually not a whole lot of restrictions and things like that. That's going to be something else that might be frustrating. if you are coming over to the Amazon realm is a lot of stuff will be restricted. Of course, this one happens to be restricted, but there are a lot of restrictions and requirements, things like that with Amazon. Everything, all of those roadblocks are, there are solutions to all of those roadblocks. And I tend to like things where there are more restrictions because that means that the random Joe Schmo from the internet isn't going to be able to walk into the same store and do exactly the same thing as me. Like if I try to get my grandma to do this, she's going to be like, "Oh, it's restricted. I can't do it." And then she's going to move on. Whereas when I was first starting this, I would see this and be like, "Okay, it's restricted. Can I get unrestricted? Can I get automatically unrestricted? Can I get 10 units of this? And then is it like easy peasy?" And now I have hardly any competition. Now, this specific one, unfortunately, I started looking at some more data. Unfortunately, this would be a hard pass because this is Furides, whatever, however you say that, honey cheddar. The seller of it is Furides, okay? And there is only one seller. So this person, even if we got unrestricted, I am fairly confident that the brand, who is the only seller of this product, is going to play dirty and they're going to try to kick us off. Are we allowed to list this? Yeah, we're fully within our legal rights to list it. Does Amazon, like if you're unrestricted, will Amazon let you list it? Yeah, absolutely. But the problem is, like this brand, there's such a high chance that they will try to fight dirty and kick you off the listing that it's just not worth a fight. So yeah, I'm gonna move on. There's no way that that is true, so we're gonna skip that one. Same with that. Same with that. Same with, yeah. Like we're not buying these things for $1 and selling them for 1,000. Those are not real matches, and that's almost everything of what I am seeing here. Wow, that is horrible. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that. Okay, this one is a maybe. We'll check. No, I'm not sure. It's unfortunately that was our experience a lot in the past with tactical arbitrage. So it's a common complaint that I see, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to be like, "Oh yeah, well that's your fault for not doing X, Y, Z." No, I feel like TA should be able to filter out things like this. Like, these are not real. This, you are not buying this for $2. This massive scope crossbow, blah blah blah. Like no, that's that's not on this website for $2. Not a chance, guys. Okay, U.S. military surplus. 2-pack. Oh, it is used. So we are going to pass on that. Don't want to sell used stuff here on Amazon. Maybe for eBay or Marketplace, something like that. But yeah. All right, this website seems like it kind of sucks for Amazon in tactical arbitrage, I'll say. You could go through this manually, perhaps. Maybe like look through their deals, look through like bullseye deals, something like that, and do it manually. But yeah, tactical arbitrage with that seems horrible. Yikes. All right. Ooh, Columbia. Here, let's try this. So when you see like member price in checkout or price in cart, whatever like that, usually that means, yeah, the manufacturer requires blah, 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 blah. Basically, a lot of these bigger companies like Columbia, Nike, Under Armour, all those stuff, they will have something called the MAP, the minimum advertised price. So any like public store like this that is selling their product is not allowed to sell it publicly advertised for less than a certain amount of money. So what happens here is they are selling it for less than that amount. They're just not allowed to advertise it. So anytime you see this sort of like, oh, add it to cart, see what it costs. Let's add this to cart. See member price in checkout. Oh, they're making it extra hard for me. Am I gonna have to like get a? Oh, okay, I'm not doing all that. let's just say, let's call it $49.99. Okay, we'll try it with $49.99. All right. Pull this up on Amazon, see if we can find it over here. Columbia waterproof, watertight 2 rain jacket. Yeah, it seems like a match. We just got to find the color. 63. All right, so it is unlikely that we are going to find this graphite or navy. Let's just pull up. Let's see, collegiate navy. Yeah, 54. Okay, so it's unlikely we're gonna find that one profitably. So I'll probably back out of that, and I'll check a different website. All right, he says, how about Adidas? Sure, let's check it out. Adidas. There we go. Okay, let's see what Adidas finds. A couple things pop up. And I think Rakuten has that same, it's like 8% or something for Adidas. 6% for Adidas. Okay, so we'll consider that when we are sourcing here. All right. So let's double check for a match. Visually looks the same to me. I don't see any differences here. Adidas Originals Trefoil Quarter Sock. Let's see if that Trefoil quarter socks. Yep, looks like a match. All right, $11. We've got medium and large here in white. White. Let's go medium. Medium is, wow. What the heck? Huh. Now, usually Amazon is in stock, but for some reason they have gone out of stock come 2024, and someone came in stock selling it for $40. Now, I'm not sure if people are buying a 6-pack of socks for $40. That seems a little steep to me. Let me try the large variation. Yeah, that one's selling for $11. So, I just don't think. Oh, I see. So this is an interesting one to point out. So Amazon is selling it for $11. Historically, we're looking here at the Keepa chart. Historically, they sell it for about between $20 and $22. That is what Adidas themselves sell it for. So what's happening right now is that Amazon is matching the price of Adidas.com. And as soon as this is either out of stock or as soon as that sale ends, Amazon's going to pop this price right back up to 20. So let's just see if we make a profit. If we sold this for $22, we buy it for 11. Is there any profit? Not really. We don't want 50 cent, 4% profit. So skip that, move on to the next one. Exit some of these. If you guys have any other questions about Amazon or about sourcing, let me know. I'll be here for just a couple more minutes. And definitely don't forget to check out our March sourcing camp that is coming up. This is going to be such a freaking cool event. I'm super excited for this. All right. Adidas Men's Duramo SL 2.0. Duramo. It doesn't say 2.0. Let's see. It looks. I think this is a match. Like basically, I'm trying to compare like the different like creases and corners and things like that. The color looks slightly different, but that's because different cameras and different lighting. So I'm not as worried about the coloration seeming like it's different because that's just the camera lighting. Has a little Adidas right there on the toe. I can't really tell if that's the same. Yep, Adidas right there on the toe. Underneath, we've got a diamond and 2 stripes. Let's see if we see. Yep, we've got the diamond and 2 stripes. I think that's a match. All right. Okay, so right now they're selling it for $47.40. We've got the 10.5 is the only one right there, or a couple options for the black variation. Okay, let's check this out. Here's another cool little thing. If you've never done this, pull up Keepa. By the way, if you're new to Amazon, Keepa is like absolute #1 tool. Get Keepa and get a listing software and bookkeeping software like Inventory Lab. So Keepa and Inventory Lab are usually our first 2 tool recommendations for people. All right, let's look up the variations here in Keepa, and I'm going to sort these by price. There's going to be, that's probably not going to be as useful as I was hoping because there's so many variations. All right. Oh, actually, which one can we buy for white? 10.5. Let's check this. I'll manually check the white one and then we'll try to pull up the black ones. Okay, so white is not going to be profitable. 39 into 54. I don't need to run any calculations. I know there's not going to be enough profit there. Let's check the black. The black one. All right. What we can do here actually is we can type in color black. And this is black/white. There we go. Okay, so I see the 7, the 8.5, 9.5. Can we get any of those? 7, 8.5, 9.5. No, we cannot. Really, those not the bigger sizes. Sometimes I often see like the really big ones, like 13, stuff like that. But no, unfortunately, current price. Oh, maybe it's suppressed. Let me try this. Oops. There we go. Okay, so yeah. Buy box is suppressed, which is not a big deal. 9.5. Can we get that? No. 12. Can we get that? We can get the 12. All right, so $32 buy cost. I'll just pull this one up right here. Ooh, and something else I wanted to show you is that this actually shows us that this is selling 50 plus times per month. Super interesting. All right, so yeah, 32 into 105, plenty of profit here. Now, I would recommend double checking that. Because it's wide. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are normal or wide. Honestly, I've seen these sporting good websites like automatically default all of them to the wide variation, and other times it's all of them to the normal variation. So I'm leaning towards this is probably the normal one, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a chance that these are the wide versions, and that could be interesting. So it's potential. You need to do a little bit more digging just to double check on profit there, but yeah. Fishin, what is the calculator you are using to determine the ROI? It is called ASIN Zen. I can try to get you. Let me pull up my link for this because we've got a little discount code for it. It's called ASIN Zen. It's definitely not a need to have. This would be similar to like Seller Amp. If you've heard of Seller Amp, we don't like Seller Amp at all. I don't. It's like the most expensive tool. It doesn't function as good as other things like ASIN Zen, in my opinion. Plus, ASIN Zen is cheaper. So if it's better and cheaper, I'm gonna recommend that. So I like ASIN Zen. There's a link to that. I just threw it down in the comment section. So that is that's the on-screen calculator that we are using. Like this, if you're talking about this thing right here, yeah, that's all of this. So you can also pull up another cool thing you can do with ASIN Zen is you can pull up the variations, and you can actually see these ones in red are like completely suppressed listings where it's not just a buy box, but like no one is selling this. No one has it in stock, so it's not even an option. So if you can find like maybe if we can find, let's see, black, let me try this up here. Black, white. If you can find, yeah, there we go. So some of these bigger sizes are suppressed. Let's see, 14. The 12.5 wide, smaller ones are all there. Those are all there. So we just barely missed it. If you could find like that a 13 wide, for example, or a 15 or a 16 regular, like on this website, it says they're sold out right now. But if you could get your hands on those, you'd be the only seller. That's what it means when it's red. You'd be the only seller on it. So super cool tool. I really like using it for that. So, all right, that is our hour. Thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. I'm going to try to do more of these sourcing videos here on YouTube more often. I've been trying to get back into the rhythm of things. It's just not been happening. So I need to get better about this. Lastly, again, I'm just gonna say this one more time. We've got a super cool sourcing camp coming up. Basically, we're pulling together all of these. So these are all the we call them like camp counselors. These are all the camp counselors that we are bringing to sourcing camp. There's me. And we're all going to talk about our own little different things. So like Tracy's talking about selling stuff on Walmart. So she's really been liking making stuff for the Walmart marketplace. Janelle sells a ton of clothing and shoes. Abe is like hiring and outsourcing teams, like how he trains his teams to source for him. Chris Beam is doing some tactical arbitrage stuff. A lot of these people are doing stuff with Keepa, lead lists, OARA hybrids. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff, and they will absolutely rabbit trail off of their individual topics. So yeah, I mean these are fantastic. They're so much fun to put on. This is going to be, I think, our 5th sourcing camp. And generally, I mean, it's people love going to this. I mean, we've had people where it's like, Nate, like, I don't mean to sound mean because I've taken all your other courses, but holy smokes, this one is so much better. Like, I'm not trying to like downplay the other stuff, but this is like the greatest thing you've ever put together. So, not to toot our own horn, but we're pretty proud of this sourcing camp. So, and this is coming up on next Saturday and Sunday, but signups are closing Friday. So, if you want to sign up for this, make sure to grab this link and check it out. All right, we will see you guys on the next sourcing video.